Smiles. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Plexus Path, Investing in Yourself. I'm so glad you guys could join us. I'm Erin Key, a Sapphire Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. I'm going to read you guys our quick disclaimer. After that, I'm going to show you our income graphic, income disclosure statement, a graphic that's going to help explain some terminology that we're going to be using tonight, because a lot of you are going to be confused about when I say Sapphire Ambassador, what does that mean? When I say Emerald, Silver, Senior Ruby, you're going to hear those terms and you're going to wonder what are we talking about. So I'm going to share my screen here and show you guys what it is we are talking about. So here we go. Okay, this is our disclaimer here. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Plexus makes no guarantees or projections of income, as such representations may be misleading. Your success depends on your effort, commitment, skill, and leadership abilities, and how effectively you exercise these qualities. Please see Plexus's annual income disclosure statement, and these testimonials are for commissioned Plexus ambassadors. All right, and so I'm also going to share with you guys our income graphic here. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. As you're going to notice here, we have a level, a stair step. These are called our different ranks in the company. And when I say things like silver, gold, Ruby Ambassador, Senior Ruby Ambassador, what I'm talking about are the different achievement levels in our company. And starting out as a Silver Ambassador, the annual average income there is a little over $5,000 a year, and you may think, well, that doesn't sound like a lot, but if you really break it down, it is around $400 to $500 a month, and that's life-changing for so many people, which is it's incredible, you know, for so many of us, so many of our ambassadors out there. But as you keep looking and go on up to the different ranks and look at some of our ambassadors, our lovely ladies tonight, are going to be in the Senior Ruby and Emerald Sapphire, which is myself. When you get to the Emerald and Sapphire ranks there, we're talking about life-changing money, six-figure income, and some pretty nice perks that go along with that, which you're going to hear about as well. So hopefully that explains some things to you guys and the potential with what we have here in Plexus. Okay, and I'm going to give you guys just a quick, can you guys see me now? Okay, great. All right, I'm going to give you guys just a quick rundown on my story. Like I said, I'm Erin Key. I'm a Sapphire Ambassador with the company, with Plexus Worldwide, and I've been with the company about 2 years. So I have a feeling we have some tired mamas out there watching this broadcast, and I think you're going to relate to my story. So I am a mama of 3. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I had my babies very quickly, back to back to back. A boom, boom, boom. You know, my oldest was 3 when my 3rd one was born, so that does a number on the body. And needless to say, I was just worn out, exhausted. A couple of years ago, a friend of mine had been sharing about something on Facebook called Plexus, and you know, I'm thinking, what the world is that? And she was talking about the fact that it made her feel so good, gave her some energy, she was losing weight. I was like, sign me up, let me try this out. So she so graciously gave me a sample of it. You know, I loved it. I loved the way it made me feel from day one. Not jittery, wired kind of, you know, like I was chasing energy all day just by drinking things like Red Bulls and 5-hour energy drinks and run through Starbucks constantly. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that. And it was a roller coaster ride. It was a, you know, crash and burn type situation. I was exhausted, counting down the minutes to bedtime every single night. And that first night that I took the products, y'all, I felt awake for the first time in a long time. And then I was concerned about, you know, I told her, I'm a stay-at-home mom. You know, I'm a coupon to save money so that we can, you know, stretch our dollar further. I'm not so sure I can afford these products. And she said, well, why don't you join wholesale, get the best deal? And hey, I'm a Sam's Club girl. You know, I said, okay, fine. $34.95. Can't beat that once a year. Sign me up. And, you know, I just sort of fell into it as the business side and just started sharing with my friends naturally because I have friends, I have mamas that are also tired, exhausted, want to feel better. So, you know, they started trying it as well. And then here we are 2 years later. You know, I'm a Sapphire Ambassador. I got to go on a dream trip with my husband last September to Maui, to Hawaii. That's one of the perks being a Jewel, Emerald, Sapphire, Diamond. You get to go to Hawaii every year. I'm driving a Lexus now. I ditched the used gold minivan. So, you know, things are awesome. You know, I lost the weight that I wanted to lose. So many benefits. I would call them side benefits that came from the products. My health is dramatically improved. And, yeah, so here we are. It's just been just absolutely amazing. So I'm going to get to the rest of our amazing ladies tonight. I know you want to hear from them. Okay, first up, I have Jennifer Pickett. And Jennifer, let me show you her lovely face here. Jennifer is a dietitian with a master's degree in human nutrition, over 17 years of experience in both healthcare and health and wellness, both professionally and in the volunteer setting. And she is an Emerald Ambassador. So welcome, Jennifer.
Thanks. Guys, you can imagine how skeptical I was. Being a dietitian, they trained me to be skeptical, but I stumbled across Plexus at a really difficult time in my life. I had lost my mom, and I was dealing with so much grief and depression and anxiety. I was anxious about my own health because I felt like the cards were stacked against me when it came to my own family medical history, and I was trying to help my children grieve as well, and I was just honestly like worn out because I had been traveling back and forth from Texas to Alabama to help my mom walk through her journey, and her journey with cancer ended just a lot quicker than we thought it would. So when I came across Plexus on Facebook, I made a lot of assumptions, and those were not nice assumptions. I assumed it was like every other junky supplement out there, but at the same time, I was curious because I learned a little bit. I researched a little bit. I was curious about the supplement, but most importantly, honestly, I just wanted to feel better. So I got over the skepticism and I decided to try it, but I tried it in secret. There is no way I was telling anybody that this dietitian was taking these supplements. So I tried it, and you know what? I just noticed the difference. I noticed the difference in how I felt during the day. So I was going throughout the whole day, and I was avoiding those afternoon carpool crashes. I didn't feel like having to crash on the couch in the afternoon. I had that nice sustained energy. I was avoiding the frequent headaches. I was craving water, which I know I'm a dietitian, but I loved my Diet Dr. Pepper. And we live in a small town in Melissa, and Sonic Happy Hour is a real thing. But all of a sudden, this chick had no desire for Diet Dr. Pepper. So I just noticed there was reduced sugar cravings. I was able to shed some weight and some inches, and that made my day. I just felt better. Y'all, I started sleeping good. And to me, this was an out-and-out miracle because I had become completely dependent on sleep medications and over-the-counter sleep aids. So for me to be able to sleep without needing that was just a huge answer to prayer for me. So I just noticed such a big difference in my overall health. Increased immunity was another one of those. I discovered, wait a minute, I'm not dealing with the frequent colds or the allergies that I used to struggle with. So I was so pleased with my health results. But that didn't change the fact that this is multi-level marketing. It was direct sales. So I'm sorry, I was thinking I'm a healthcare professional. There's no way, no how. So I continued to take the products and see the benefits. I continued to do my research. The more research I did, the more I heard from others that were taking Plexus products, I became convinced that these products could help others. So it took me 6 months. And y'all, I shouldn't have waited so long, but it took me 6 months. And I finally decided, you know what? I know disease. I know health and wellness, and I know these products can make a difference in the lives of others. And it would be wrong of me to not share these products, because these products offer hope and can really help turn somebody's life around, their health around. So I decided to go for it and promote these products, and it was the best decision for me. I am overwhelmed. I love helping others. I always have. I've always worked in some form or fashion in the health and wellness industry, in healthcare, both professionally in the volunteer setting for a lot of years now. So this is what I love to do. What I was not expecting is to get paid so well for what I love to do already. Okay, so I recently got a big promotion to the Emerald level, and that's huge because your income basically doubles because you start participating in a second means of profit sharing. There's actually two means of profit sharing within Plexus. I got a brand new Lexus. Can I just tell you, I've never driven a brand new Lexus in my life. Now, I have threatened my children. I have only driven the Lexus to carpool twice. I know that's awful. I just don't trust these kids in my new car. I'm going to get over it, though. I promise. I'm going to get over it. I was driving a 2007 Ford Expedition where the alarm would go off randomly, and I couldn't get it turned off. So now I'm driving a new Lexus, and my husband and I just booked our plane tickets to go to Hawaii, our free trip to Hawaii in September with all the other jewels in Plexus. So, guys, I mean, this is amazing, but I have to emphasize, it's icing on the cake, because I go to bed at night knowing I made a difference and knowing I helped somebody. So as I get the paychecks and the promotions and the new car and the trip to Hawaii, it's just icing on the cake, because this means that I can help others and I'm helping my family financially. The other thing that benefits my family is that, you know what? I can work my business however I want to work my business. I have that much freedom and flexibility, and I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a bossy woman. I don't want a boss. So I love being my own boss. So that's my story. That is why I'm doing Plexus, because I love it. The products make a difference, and I get to help my family financially. So I want to tell you about one of my absolute favorite products. This is a product that really got my attention from the get-go. It's called Plexus Slim. We have also nicknamed it the pink drink. Now, before you make an assumption like I made the assumption that it was full of junk, that it was an energy drink. And so that means it was full of artificial sweeteners and full of caffeine. Well, guess what? This dietitian assumed wrong, because Plexus Slim is not an energy drink. Plexus Slim is simply a drink that's going to help your body work efficiently. It may promote a healthy blood sugar, cholesterol, and lipid levels. So there's so much benefit that comes from your blood sugar being stabilized. So we'll get into those benefits tonight. But by the way, when I say pink drink, it's not pink because it has an artificial color. It's pink because of beetroot extract. There's no artificial sweeteners. It is sweetened with stevia from the Stevia rubinea plant. And also, it has a fruit extract in it, and that's what gives it the wonderful taste. So it tastes good, and it has tremendous amount of health benefits. Can y'all still hear me? Okay, so the benefits of Plexus Slim, most of these benefits come from the fact that it can stabilize your blood sugar. Now, why is that important? You might be thinking, okay, well, Jennifer, that's fine, but I'm not diabetic. I don't need my blood sugar stabilized. It doesn't matter who you are. For your body to work efficiently, the way God designed it to work, your blood sugar needs to be maintained in a fairly narrow range. Okay, so there is a lot of benefit that comes when your blood sugar is maintained within a narrow range. For instance, a lot of people see fat loss when their blood sugar is stabilized. This is simply because the body is working efficiently. The body recognizes that there are fat stores available to be burned for energy. instead of storing up additional fat. When your blood sugar is out of balance, the body really misreads that. The pancreas secretes out too much insulin. The body gets confused, and it just holds on to those fat stores. We don't want that happening, right? Now, the other benefit that us as moms especially love, but let's be honest, anybody loves, is sustained energy. We just want to feel good, right? I mean, sometimes forget health, we just want to feel good, right? So the reason why you see sustained energy is that the blood sugar is maintained, and you're not having these highs and these lows. This provides tremendous benefit in how you feel, that sustained energy, but also, let's think about this. How do you feel when your blood sugar dips? And you may not even realize your blood sugar dipped down low. This does happen typically in the late afternoon. But when your blood sugar dips down low, how do you feel? You feel cranky, you feel tired, you feel hungry, and you crave something. What do you crave? You crave sugar. And by the way, as you're reaching for something with sugar, you're also reaching for something with caffeine, because you'll give yourself anything to pick yourself up off the floor. So as our blood sugar is stabilized, we just notice we have that reduced appetite, and we also notice that we have reduced sugar cravings, and that is huge. Now, I refer to my favorite benefit, improved sleep. Guys, this is my absolute top benefit, and there is a scientific reason why people sleep better. It's this. There's a correlation between your blood sugar being stabilized and your natural biorhythms. These two really do go hand in hand. And also, we know when your body's working efficiently during the day, the body's better able to reset and restore itself at night. Some people might see pain relief or discomfort relief on the pink drink. Now, this is because one of the main ingredients in Plexus Slim is called alpha-lipoic acid. Alpha-lipoic acid is a natural anti-inflammatory. Okay, 2 more benefits, and I'm going to be honest, when I saw these 2 benefits and I was kind of researching this product way back when, over 3 years ago, I thought this is a bunch of bull. Now, these 2 benefits are mental clarity and improved mood. Again, I thought they'll put whatever out there to sell this product. There's no way that can have any science behind it. You know what? Guess what? This dietitian was wrong. There is science there. The science is this. Your brain's only source of fuel is glucose. So when your brain is getting the fuel that it needs, everything works better. So guys, there's some amazing science behind these products. There's amazing natural ingredients. The bottom line is that these products are changing lives. So Plexus Slim is one of my favorite products, but I'm going to confess I've got a lot of favorite products. So I've got some of my other friends on here tonight, and they're going to tell you about their favorite products.
Wow, thanks, Jennifer. Always love getting your perspective on especially the products, and you being in the health industry for so long and having that experience. I mean, wow. It's awesome. So up next, we have Latoya Simone, and she is right here. It's beautiful, Latoya. Thank you. And she has spent the last 14 years in television, worked everywhere from Waco to Washington, D.C. She has won several awards, including an Edward R. Murrow Award. Latoya is also a half marathon runner. So welcome tonight to our call. Thank you so much. And just share with us what your experience with Plexus has been. Why did you decide to, try the products and promote them as well?
Okay. So my story basically starts with me just being very desperate. I was always getting sick. I was a morning reporter in Dallas, and for those who don't know, that means you're literally getting up at 2:30 every morning. You're out in the worst elements, the snow, the sleet, the rain, it doesn't matter, extreme cold, extreme heat. And so my immune system took a beating, not only because of the stress that incurs from that type of a job, but also because of the sleeping hours. I basically was having trouble sleeping. I would sleep when I was supposed to be up, and I'd be up when I was supposed to be sleeping. And so went to the doctor. They said there was really nothing they could do because my body clock was off and I need to try to get more rest. Well, long story short, I got colds more than a little bit, and even was like almost reprimanded by how much work I was missing because I was always sick. And I returned the favor of my boss asking me, please don't miss any more work, by coming to work one day extremely ill, had to stop in the middle of one of my reports and said, okay, I can't do any more live shots. I went live on TV every 30 minutes. So I'd be live roughly 6 to 8 times every morning. And at 7:30, I said, I can't do the 8, just can't do it. And I told them I had to lay down. Well, long story short, I don't even know how I got home that night, but I just remember my mom coming in through my garage, and thank God she had my stepdad, because she was like, Gerald, come get this girl. I was literally laying in a puddle of my own sweat. And they took me to the emergency rooms. Turned out that I had swine flu, and swine flu is pretty serious. I was out for 2 weeks. And at the same time, my family was going through one of the worst things we've ever gone through. My grandfather, who was my heart, was battling stage 4 prostate cancer. So a lot of stuff was going on, and I was more ripe to hear about health. But I already had a personal trainer, so when a friend told me to get a holistic health coach, I was really hesitant to do that at first. In fact, I said, no, I'm not going to pay someone to tell me to eat fruits and vegetables. But then I had to really check myself because, again, my family was going through that. I have a lot of people in my family who suffer from a number of issues. And so I was like, let me see what she's talking about. Her name is Kim Wilson-Pollock. I met with her one day during the week, and she did this whole workup on me and an assessment, and she said, you know, I really think you'll be a good candidate for Plexus. Well, what is that? She handed me a little packet of Plexus Slim, which kind of looks like a Crystal Light packet, if you will. And I said, okay, I'll take it. I took it for like a week and a half, and I started noticing that I was sleeping better. I had more energy, and that alone was huge because she was doing this so that I could build my immune system. And I was like, well, how are we going to know that? I guess if I don't get sick. But when I started sleeping better and I had more energy and I was getting through this still crazy shift, nothing was changing but that. I was like, wow, this is huge. So being the nosy reporter that I am, I started doing more research. And I realized that it could not only help me in other issues, but it could also help my family. And so what do you think I did? I got on the phone and started telling everyone in my family about it. My mom was the first one to join me. She's had a number of issues that have been helped. She has some gut health issues, and she's actually getting more relief now than she did before because she was always making trips to the pharmacy to try to help with that situation, and she's not making those trips anymore. So that was huge. My grandmother was always struggling with her sugar. She could never control her blood sugar. It was always spiking way up, then spiking way down. In fact, she went to the hospital probably every other month. I'm not joking. I'm happy to say that over 2 years, she has not been to the hospital once. She has been able to keep her blood sugar right where it needs to be. She's also lost more than 60 pounds because not only did I put them on the pink drink, but they started taking some other products that you're going to hear about tonight. So I just became a huge believer. The energy and the sleep alone was worth its weight in gold for me. If you've ever had sleep problems, then you know how huge that is. And so I was such a believer. And I wanted to tell everyone about it because that's what nosy news reporters do. You can't tell us to like not say anything, right? Unless a source says it's off the record. But this couldn't be off the record. It was all over the place, so it seemed. So I was like, I have to tell everybody I know about it. But there was just one problem. I couldn't really promote a product because I was a product. My station literally owned my voice and they owned my image, so I couldn't promote anything else. So after I built up the courage, when I was really like, okay, this is not only something that's helping people, but I knew that financially speaking, this would be another avenue for me to make money. Every smart person knows you should have more than one income stream, and so I was all about that. So I wanted to go talk to them about it, and I built up the courage, and they were like, no. And I was like, but you understand, it's really helping people. And I told them about how it helps my family and all this other stuff. And they knew the changes in me because they kept saying, what are you doing? And I would tell them, oh, I'm on this stuff called Plexus. And so long story short, they said no. I prayed about it really, really hard. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do? Because I can't unknow this. And I felt like it was literally my responsibility to let people know about this. Plus, I knew the financial opportunity was just something that my current profession could never provide me, especially with the time freedom. Because for me, money is great. We all need it. It's right up there with oxygen, like Rita Davenport says. But I also wanted time freedom. I mean, I was getting up at 2:30 in the morning. Even the people at the top of their game, they're traveling all over the world to do what I used to do. And I just figured out that none of them have freedom, not time freedom. They may have a lot of money, but no one could just do what they wanted, when they wanted, whenever they wanted, with whomever they wanted. And that was just very appealing to me. So built up the courage, did a lot of prayer, walked in and said, hey, I really want to do that. Let's try to see what we can work out. And they were like, no, we can't have that. You can't promote a product. So I handed them my resignation. And my boss, I'll never forget the look on her face. She was like, what? No. So we went back and forth, and then we finally came to an agreement that we both could agree with, and I left on June 30th of 2015. That was my last day. And a lot of people thought I was crazy, but I think the more that people see what this is doing for them, and they hear, you know, they're watching me on Facebook, I'm talking to them, I have events all the time just kind of educating people, the more they become educated about the horrible state that, you know, most people are in health-wise. I mean, looking like kind of crazy, and the guy was like, oh, you left your polish on too long, and she said, oh, I actually have a vitamin deficiency. It's everywhere. So people are starting to come around, but regardless of what they do, I know that this is the right place, the right time, and the right products. They've helped me and my family and the people I love the most, and regardless of whatever anyone else does, I know that the course, the history of my family has forever changed. We didn't think that my grandmother would actually outlive my grandfather, and she did. We didn't think that she would be as healthy as she is today. To me, that's worth everything, because I know where she was and I see where she is now. So I'm a complete believer. And you heard Jennifer talking about the pink drink. Love it. That's what I first started with. But one of the things I learned in my research from being the nose reporter is that I also needed Probio 5. I love this. Now, if you're a news nerd like I am, you've probably seen that probiotics have been in the news. A lot of people are touting them as, you know, the next big thing. You hear about people talking about yogurt. I honestly believe that this one is better, and here's why. Because you can't eat enough yogurt. I mean, you'd have to eat a ton of yogurt. Unless you just really love yogurt, go for it. But the other reason why I love this one is because not only does it repopulate the good bacteria, which is what a probiotic is supposed to do, it also helps kill the bad bacteria, which is what a lot of them don't do. And so for me, this was huge because I didn't even realize that I wasn't processing my food or digesting it properly. I just kind of thought that you eat and you just start kind of feeling kind of sick, because that's what always happened. And so I was just kind of chill out a little bit. Y'all, I had stomach issues, and those have gone away. I wasn't processing dairy food very well. By the way, FYI, a lot of African Americans, black people, we suffer from lactose intolerance, and I was one of them, and now I can do those things. Now, with my healthy lifestyle, I'm not eating as much dairy as I was before, because I've done other research about that, but that's another webinar. And so anyway, I just really love this one. I used to have really big bumps on my face, just like probably from stress, probably because I've always had really oily skin. That's just something I've always struggled with, and my face is clear. You're looking right at me, and I can tell you that I used to have huge, big, red, look like they almost hurt. And that is just an awesome, amazing feeling. So I absolutely love this for anyone who has maybe been on a probiotic, which, I mean, who hasn't? I mean, not a probiotic, but an antibiotic. If you've been on an antibiotic, chances are you probably need a probiotic, and I'm going to suggest that you use my favorite, which is this one. It's just 2 that you take at night. You can take up to 4, and it's the easiest thing in the world, but it has so many benefits. And so I'd really tell you to just go ahead and Google probiotics, go ahead and Google why that would be necessary for you, and then that can kind of back up what I'm saying. I'm not a doctor. I'm not from the health profession. I have a journalism degree, but I can tell you just from personal experience and what I've seen from my family and friends, it is the truth, Ruth. So I love it. I love Plexus. I don't regret for a minute that I walked away from my award-winning career. It was what I felt was necessary for me to do in my life, and I really think that, you know, we all can be kind of snobby about direct selling. I certainly have been in the past, but this is different. And if you really want to build a financial wall around your family, I would invite you to look at Plexus. So thank you so much, Erin, for asking me to tell my story.
Thank you. That's powerful. I mean, I love that you talk about it was your passion for helping others, your friends, your family, that brought you here. So I love it. And we keep talking, like, just know that the Slim that Jennifer talked about earlier, and then the Probiotic 5, that's part of our triplex combo. So you're going to hear about the third part of our triplex combo in just a minute, and I'm going to introduce you to one of my favorite people on the planet. This is my bestie, Barri Martin-Pautz. She's actually my very first customer. You know those friends I told you about that I knew would want these products? Well, yeah, I had a few, and this is one of them that jumped on board pretty quickly. So I'm so excited to introduce her. Barri has worked in the fashion industry for 25 years as a stylist in lots of different cities in the country: LA, New York, Dallas, Miami. She's worked on runway shows, commercials, television, music videos, and most recently styling the latest video for the band Blue October. So pretty cool, pretty glamorous job there. But you know what? She's also passionate about Plexus, and she is a senior Ruby ambassador with the company, and almost to jewel level, which is pretty high up there in the company. So welcome, Barri. Let's share with us what brought you to Plexus, and why are you promoting it to your friends and family as well.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Erin, and thanks to everyone who's been on tonight. It's so great listening to you guys, my friends, talk about these products. I was introduced to Plexus because Erin posted something about it on Facebook, and I immediately contacted her and asked about it. And a little bit on my story. My daughter, I had a daughter when I was 43 years old. She is 5 now, which you should do the math. You can figure out how old I am. And I gained 65 pounds when I had her. I don't know if I just never thought about it when I was pregnant or what, but that was a lot of weight. And I was having a really hard time getting rid of it. So I'd lost some of it, and I was feeling pretty good, but I was pretty exhausted most of the time. And I tried immediately to get back into my styling and work on jobs, and was getting up in the morning to feed her and take care of one of my cats, and then go to set all day, and pumping on set and doing all this stuff, and it was crazy. But it was what I wanted to do because I love my fashion career. So I started trying the products, and I immediately felt some energy. I wasn't trying to take naps when my daughter was taking naps anymore, and I just felt good. I was looking to lose a few pounds, and just like around 10 or so, and that happened pretty quickly for me. But one of the things that I noticed with the products was I started with the pink drink, the Slim, and the accelerator. But one of the things I noticed with me about 15 days in was that my chronic headaches that I have all the time in my life, just kind of a daily hum that I feel, was kind of going away. So I mentioned it to Erin, and again, as she said, I was one of her first customers, so I don't know that she knew much about it. So we kind of did some research. Well, cut to, I added their probiotic that Toya just talked about, and another one of my products called BioCleanse. These 3 products are known as the triplex now, and it's bought as a combo. But then, at that time, it wasn't. You had to buy them all separately. So I tried the probiotic and the BioCleanse, and immediately, within like the first week and a half of those products, I realized that something was different, that there was a fog that had kind of been lifted. I had more energy, and more than anything, the constant pain in my head was gone. So taking medications for that and different things that I've done throughout my lifetime for my headaches, I can't tell you what it was, but I can tell you that we treated my head the whole time, and I think the problem could have been in my gut. So it could be blood sugar regulation, it could be some bad bacteria in my body. Whatever it was, these products have changed my life. I do not experience headaches anymore. I feel like I can actually live my life, and I'm a better mom that way. I'm a better wife that way. And one of the other things that Plexus did for me was it has allowed me to, I never intended to sell these products or to build a team. I told Erin I absolutely was not doing that. That's not what I'm doing. There's no way. But I was able to, people were just interested, and they started as customers, and my team started building. My team is almost at 600 as of today, which is so exciting, and I'm overwhelmed with it. But it's changed my life, and the freedom that I have to be able to take the styling jobs that I want to take, and not just everyone because we need to, and to be able to supplement and pay for certain things with my family, and be able to be here for my daughter. She will start kindergarten next year, so that will be life-changing for us, but she's gone to school from 9 to 12, and I'm able to be there with my daughter, work a business with Plexus, take the styling jobs that I want, and I'm just forever changed. I'm so grateful. So I'm going to talk about the third part of the triplex combo, and that is BioCleanse. This product is amazing. This product works in conjunction with the probiotic, the Probio 5, which, as Toya was talking about, the Probio 5 kills the bad bacteria in your body. Well, this BioCleanse is not like a run to the bathroom. You don't need to be afraid to try it. You're not going to be stuck at home all weekend. It's a gentle magnesium supplement. So basically the bad bacteria is killed with the Probio 5, and this helps flush it out of your system. So it works to oxygenate your cells and detoxify. So basically getting all those toxins out and making your body actually function the way it's supposed to. Thank you. Don't need to go into too much details about that. But anyway, I'm really glad to be here tonight, and thank you so much for hearing my story. And if you haven't tried our Plexus Triplex, I cannot tell you how life-changing it can be. But thank you, guys.
Thanks, Barri. Yay! I mean, that's really the best part, is that just because I shared something that I love, then my own friends are starting, to have these life-changing experiences as well. So, yay! Love that, love that. All right, next up, I'm going to introduce you guys to Leah Troxel here. And I love that we have such a diverse panel tonight. Leah is a Silver Ambassador. She's just starting in her journey with our company. And what I think is so cool is to have her on tonight is to show you that, guys, you can do this with a full-time job if you want to. Like a lot of us, the others that you've heard from myself and the others tonight, we do Plexus almost, pretty much full-time. But Leah here is a power corporate woman in the corporate world, and she works full-time, goes to Paris to work, a couple times a month, and jet setter, and I mean, she's a go-getter. She's amazing, and she's doing really, really well with our company too. But she loves the product. So Leah is an award-winning regional sales manager for a corporation she works for, and as well as a group fitness instructor that she's been for the last 20 years. Group fitness instructor there, and currently teaches exclusively for Equinox clubs in Dallas. So she does have that passion for health and wellness and for fitness. So she was, tell us why you're attracted, Leah, to the products and to this company as well. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry. Okay, thank you so much. I'm excited to be here, and I feel honored to be with all you guys because I have just started doing this. I was introduced to Plexus because my friends were posting on Facebook, and I kept reading about it. I wasn't really sick, but I'm very familiar with gut health, and it's something that I had taken lots of probiotics and many different products over the years. So I thought I should try this. It sounds like it's working for a lot of people, and I think most people would describe me as having a lot of energy most of the time, but I have a different kind of energy now that I started taking Plexus, and it was definitely unexpected for me to have that. So I just started taking it to feel better and try out something new, something that everyone was pretty shocked because I didn't have an expectation really. But a month into it, I noticed, and I was a complete sugar addict, a month into it, I noticed that I had not had one piece of Halloween candy, and I had had a huge bowl of it sitting at my house the whole month of October. And I thought, I wonder if that was because I've been drinking this pink drink and taking this Plexus product. I'm not real sure. So I kept taking it, and then some people started noticing a difference in me and asking me about it, kind of like everyone else. And so I told them what I was doing, and a few of my friends started taking it, and my mother started taking it, and they were having the same great benefits: sustained energy, better sleep, just, no sugar cravings or whatever their cravings might have been. Maybe they were drinking soda. They didn't need to drink that anymore. So we actually kind of had a little joke. Every time someone said something like, oh, wow, I didn't drink any soda today, we would joke and say, I wonder if it's the Plexus. So we kind of figured out pretty quickly it was the Plexus. And I just was really impressed with what was happening, not just with me, but with my friends. And in February, I decided I wanted to share it with everyone because I was pretty convinced it's something special that Plexus has. So that's when I started telling more friends about it, and met all these wonderful people in the process. After starting with the triplex, I quickly added my favorite product, which I'm going to tell you about, and that's the X Factor, this little green bottle. And as a fitness instructor and a former triathlete, I've taken, I can't even tell you how many supplements through my dietitian I had and my trainer and my coach. I had what looked like a tackle box of supplements I took every day when I was racing. And I couldn't really tell you they did anything, honestly. But when I started taking X Factor with the triplex, I noticed a huge difference in my energy, the way it was sustained. My focus was a sustained, purposeful focus. I don't know if it's just the X Factor or if it was all of them together. And I don't know what it was, but something started making my hair grow. I don't know if it was from Plexus or just because all of a sudden I started growing hair, but it's something that's going on that's good, and that's what I know. So X Factor is definitely different because it has aloe, and it's a methylated vitamin. It's different than some of the ones that are on the market, and I think that it's letting my body's absorbing more of it, and that's what's really happening, and that's why these things are happening, because my body's able to actually absorb the vitamins and you know, all the proprietary blend that's in there that includes a my cheat sheet, make sure I say it right. That includes the black currants that are from New Zealand. So with the aloe and those together, I think that it makes it a very unique formula, and I absolutely love it. Another really unexpected piece of Plexus back in February when I decided that I wanted to share, and I contacted Erin and Barri, who I didn't know at all, and said, how do I do this? I really want to tell more people about it. And from that day forward, and I've been in sales for 25 years. I've worked for major corporations and been very successful with them in sales. And I was overwhelmed, literally overcome with the community of Plexus, and that every day someone called me that didn't know me and asked what they could do for me. What can I do? What do you need? Can I help you? You know, who do you want me to help you talk to? I mean, every day. And it wasn't because they wanted me to make them money. It was genuine. They really called me to help me. And it was really, it's been very overwhelming. It's been very uplifting, and it has made me better at my full-time job. I mean, people are asking me at work all the time, like, what is going on with you? You've got like an extra pep in your step or something. And it is because I wake up every day with someone calling me, not only calling me and saying, thank you, these products are amazing, I have all these great things happening. But on the other side, I've got my Plexus family calling me every day asking me how they can make my day better. And I have worked for companies that made them millions and millions of dollars, and I've yet to have any boss or manager call me first thing every day and encourage me to have a great day and ask me what they can do to help me and how can they make me successful. And it's the company and the community of Plexus is truly, truly the biggest blessing that I've had in a really long time. And I haven't even known anyone that did multi-level marketing. I kind of had to do a little research myself because I don't even know any of these companies. I've been buying things from people I didn't know it was multi-level marketing. I just like the products. And so I don't know if this is how it is with other companies, but it's pretty special with Plexus. And I feel really excited to wake up every day, not just because I had a great night's sleep, but because I know that my day is going to start great. No matter what happens with my regular job, whether it's good or bad, I know my Plexus day is always going to start really great. So I'm very thankful to know all the people I know so far in Plexus and to have the products. And that's my story.
Thank you, Leah. Oh, that's so good. Well, thank you guys for being here tonight. So appreciate all. Sorry, got all choked up there for a second. But you know, as you've heard from all these different women tonight, and we're also diverse and unique in our backgrounds and why we came to Plexus, but we are very, across the board it's the same. We have a passion for these products, number one, because guys, they work. Bottom line, these products work, and they're incredible. And you know, we have a passion for helping others and sharing what we've discovered and offering that hope for others, because we found this and it's changed our lives. So thank you. And I have a question for you. What if this could change everything? And good night. Go Plexus.